Hello, and welcome to Non-Mainstream Dad. Today's a little different. We're going to be doing and going... Well, today's a little bit more about telling you about me and who I am. I tell you, I talk a lot about the stuff in polyamory and non-monogamy and the things on how to live, and I call myself the Non-Mainstream Dad, but I don't explain why I call myself the Non-Mainstream Dad. There's a couple of reasons. It's not just because I'm kind of kinky and live an alternative lifestyle. So yeah, a long time ago, I divorced a woman, and the end result of the court hearing was that the commissioner decided to put two codicils in the divorce decree. That one of them stated that the parent shall not expose or allow the child to participate in any non-mainstream religious practices or beliefs. Now, that's kind of what started it all. That phrase right there, non-mainstream practices or beliefs. We fought it. We went to the Indiana Supreme State Court over it. I got both the judge that presided over Marion County Divorce Court as well as the commissioner spanked for not being able to show any reasonable cause as to why paganism and or Wicca was in any way harmful for the child. Throughout all the adventures and the publicity and all this stuff, I ended up adopting non-mainstream.org as the website for the press and things, for press and other publicity contacts from the community, and non-mainstream.org was my main focus point for that case. So there was also, and like I said, we won. But there was, like I said at the beginning, there were two different things in that. There were two different codicils in the divorce decree. The second one was one that there was no way that there was a way for them to defend, but I had a lot less legal ground to stand on to have thrown out of the divorce decree, and that was that the parents, and this was to try and deal with the fact that we were poly. The commissioner thought they'd be smug and put into there that the parents cannot expose the child to any non-significant others. Now, non-significant others, anybody that's not a significant other. So in poly, that actually kind of guarantees that you're going to meet the other people, because generally they're fairly significant to you. It's a thing that happens. It's a thing that happens, and they're going to be around. If you mix your life in with your child, and I do. I mean, I'm a dad. I raised my son. I ended up with custody, physical custody of my son, and I raised him. I made sure that he went to school. My girlfriends went to his concerts. They were there for all of his school events, and they all supported him. We were a big family, and it was very important. However, the whole you cannot introduce your child to anyone that's not a significant other meant that I couldn't introduce them to any police officers, teachers, librarians, the principal, because I wasn't banging them. They're not very significant to me other than they exist in society. So yeah, that whole codicil in the decree really didn't do them quite the damage that they had desired for it to. So much for their try. But since then, things have gone on. I am the father of a very happy, at this point, 24-year-old. He goes to school and doesn't live at home. I have been the Indy Pagan Pride Day coordinator for more than the last 20 years. For a long time. I've run multiple covens. My polyamorous life, non-monogamous life is definitely not mainstream. I have had up to 7 different women I was seeing at the same time, and all healthy, sustained relationships. And every relationship has its problems, and relationships sometimes have a lifespan, and that happens. But I don't think that indicates that I'm a failure in poly just because a relationship ends. I also volunteer at a place called Midian, and that's actually where I'm headed to right now. And I'm on the staff there, and it's a way that I'm able to serve pan and paganism and help promote hedonism, freedom, people enjoying themselves, pursuing their spiritual happiness, and pretty much relaxing and enjoying as much as I possibly can. I also run 2 other festivals besides Indy Pagan Pride Day. I run an event called Horn and Honey, which is devoted to earth and fertility gods and goddesses, horn gods, thus horn. It happens in mid-May at Midian, which is south of Bloomington, between Bloomington and Bedford. And that's a weekend-long event where we celebrate the gods and we learn and we share. And then over Labor Day weekend every year, since 2006, I do an event called Labor Day Libertine, or Libertine. We just kind of shortened it, but the domain name stuck because the other one's expensive. But we do an event called Libertine, and it is devoted to polyamory education. It's devoted to BDSM and kink. It's devoted to sacred sexuality, and it's devoted to hedonism. It's an amazing time. This year we've already got 14 classes on BDSM and kink. We've got 9 on sacred sexuality. We've got 5 for we have 5 polyamory classes currently. We are looking for polyamory presenters currently. We have multiple for hedonism. We've got a lot of fun going on. It's going to be a camping good time. There's hot showers. It's just going to be an amazing time. And I'd like to invite you all to come out and enjoy with us. Because, like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun. As for my personal life, I live with 2 nesting partners. And I also have other interests and people that I'm involved with. I have a girlfriend that I've been with that I don't live with we've been together off and on for almost 10 years now. And I'm kind of happy with that relationship, you know? There's a lot going on in my life, and a lot in my life that makes me happy. And I'm very fortunate to be able to enjoy all of it. In addition, it's also, I am a dominant, and one of my partners is my little girl. I'm a daddy, so we do DDLG, and I have other partners that are submissives, and most of my partners for the past, say, 10 years have been in a power exchange relationship. Not all, but a majority. And this is my life. It's a wonderful life. I do my best. I'm a caretaker, and I like helping people. I'm not currently selling anything. I might eventually make some t-shirts or something to help support the channel and some of the equipment I'm buying, but I haven't written a book yet. People keep pushing me to. I decided to go with videos first, and I'm just out here living my life. For a long time, I said that the reason why I never wrote anything was because I was way too busy living life and I didn't have time. Well, about a year ago, I started reassessing some relationships and my time, how it was spent, and how I interacted with people. I saw some cycles that weren't okay for those relationships, and I stopped them. Since then, I've been working on rebuilding myself and fixing and seeking out the things that cause me to repeat cycles and learn how to kind of rebuild myself. There was a bad situation we lived in for a while. There was some head fuckery that's happened, and you kind of have to rebuild yourself. You have to relearn, you have to refocus, and you have to redeploy your self-confidence, your self-image, put into check how you react to people and stimulus situations, and reapproach everything, because the entire time that that's been going on, your whole mental state has been eroded and you're not quite the same person you were. I'm working on being a different person than I was ever, because you can never actually go back. You'll never fully recapture everything that's in the past, because none of that past actually exists again in the exact same state. So you got to live in the now at all times. And to do that, I work on myself constantly. So I am a person who enjoys doing things that helps people. Professionally, I've geared my life around helping people. I'm a software developer out of the box for a platform. And what I do is I help demystify it and I help simplify it. And I try to make it so that it helps people do their jobs and doesn't scare them quite so much. I deal with a lot of situations in my profession where people have installed not very well. They've not configured it, and more importantly, they've not actually educated their users on how to do anything with it. And it's that right there that causes a lot of problems for people, and I do my best to help avoid that problem. That's a little bit about me. I'll edit this down and it'll be a little bit more put together. I'm going to add some more stuff here from Midian and show you around there a little bit, and I hope you enjoy. So yeah, that was really fucking hot, and I'm sorry. So yeah, that was really hot and sweaty, and every place I tried to set up to take pictures and stuff, I kind of ended up getting attacked by spider webs, because there's not been any humans there for a little while. So yeah, that was hot and sweaty, and I got pictures, so you don't really need video. It's just bouncing around if I do the video as I walk through. So ultimately, what I'm trying to convey is I don't live in everybody else's definition of a good life. I live in my definition of a good life, and I think I have an amazing life. I live with 2 partners. I'm a priest of Pan. I spend my life working to bring joy, happiness, and education to everyone and help them fulfill their own desires for hedonism and learn how to do it responsibly. And I call it practical hedonism. It's a basic theory that for everything you do in life, there's a payment. there's a trade-off. You have to decide if it's worth the trade-off for the pleasure. And sometimes it's a very small trade-off. But ultimately, you have to decide if that's really what you want to do, if that's what you want to spend your time on, if that's the way you want to spend your energy, your resources, time with your friends, or whatever. So, thanks for listening. Please remember to like and subscribe and comment and say hi. If you've heard of me, know me, whatever, wave. I'm out here doing stuff, and I'm working on being more adventurous. This is a pretty little park I'm at with my videos, so ultimately we'll be out there doing more. And I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day, and have fun living your best life. Remember, subscribe, comment, follow, @NonMainstream Dad. Peace.